Hey everybody, how's it going? Just got a short little video here. It's just a little unboxing. Got a bell in today. Figured why not do a little video. So, alrighty. So what we have is a raised letter 4 bell, not a 4A, a 4 bell. So, newer one. It's got the newer Nathan Air chime back cap, the white font and big bubble. Got this from a friend. Been looking for one for, probably been looking for one of these for about a year now. These are kind of hard to come by, just a standard 4. Seems like the 4As are a dime a dozen. Pretty easy to get, but the 4s are a little bit harder to find on their own. And looks like it's in pretty good condition. Diaphragms look really clean. We'll see if get some more light over here. Let's see if I have the right wrench here. See if we can get these bolts off, maybe. Try and do it one-handed here. So excuse the horrible shoddy camera work here. There's not really a good way to do this. This is where a tripod would come in handy, but we'll just try and get through it here pretty quick. Cutting mats are sliding around here. It's a very exciting video, I'm sure, but I figured why not. I got something in, we'll show it off. Here, I'll set you guys down just for a second here. Just that way I can kind of get this part done quicker. Okay. So we'll see what the interior looks like here. And I do have some cool ideas for this bell. Guessing it was former BNSF, because it's just black on the metal. If it was an NS bell, you'd see the gray primer underneath it, but any black painted BNSF horns that I've ever had, they're just black straight onto the bare metal, so that's what I'm guessing this came off of. Some type of a, probably a K5HL, something simple like that. Alright, so let's see what the inside looks like here. Pretty good. So you can see we got that half step bore for the raised letter standard 4s. A little bit of staining on the outer ring. Outer ring is in actually really good shape. You can still see a lot of the machining lines. The nozzle has seen some blowing time. The machining lines are smoothed out of it, but in really good condition still. So that's cool. The bore isn't overly dirty. Should be able to hopefully shine some of that up. I don't know how much of that is deeper staining. Walls of the power chamber don't look too bad. Overall pretty good condition. Should clean up pretty good on the inside there. we'll try and get some of that all that rust colored staining out of there, clean that outer ring up really good. Clean up the actual nozzle ring itself the best that we can. Let's see. Do I have, yeah. No, I don't have the right size. Let's go into my mess of tools here. Get the right thing. And if anybody was ever wondering, I don't know if I'll be able to focus in on this or not, but my phone gets a little cranky. That's the size of Allen wrench that you will need for removing the diffuser ring bolts. All right. Take those guys out. Let's see what the rest of the power chamber looks like. Looks like the diffuser ring's in pretty good condition. Alright, so pretty clean. A little bit of corrosion just starting. Looks like it's just kind of dulled down from moisture being in there. All that should clean out pretty good. So everything else looks pretty good. No big dings or dents in the end of the bell. It's got the typical droopy paint, and with how well the paint is on the outside and with the dripping being on that side, tells you it was mounted like that. So definitely K5HL bell paint wise. So yeah, we'll spray some PB Blaster on all that, let it set for a little bit, and then try and scrub as much of the corrosion out of there as possible. Clean up the nozzle ring really good. Clean up that outer ring. Everything is like pretty good shape though. I mean, you know, it's a newer bell, so you wouldn't expect it to be too bad. But I have had some newer bells that actually got pretty bad, just from exhaust soot and moisture in the air and nasty stuff in the air tanks getting through. So now let's come over to the back cap. Diaphragm's in impeccable condition. It's been flipped, but that's okay. Sometimes if a disc is flipped, or if it's been flipped and the original nozzle ring side is really bit into the disc, I won't use it as a good disc anymore. I have a few that are spent a lot of time on whatever horn they were on, and actually the nozzle seating surface wore down probably half the thickness of the disc, and you guys already know that these things are not very thick, so half of that isn't very much. I'll see if sometime I can, I still have a lot of my really old wore out discs. I should see if I could find some of the worst ones and actually show you guys ones that are really bit into. This one has a little bit of a ridge there. Not too bad. Still probably still a good front material. Doesn't look like it's bent at all. One of the things I'll really look for in diaphragms is this very outer lip, because sometimes they will get kind of crimped over on that outer ring when the caps get tightened down. So I try to avoid that if I'm just flipping it. I really want to make sure that it's not warped too bad, because I have had times where I've flipped the diaphragm and then I had a kind of a lazy shut off when the air stopped flowing. Kind of sound like a little squeal after you stop supplying the horn with air. So that's one thing I kind of keep an eye on when I'm picking out my diaphragms, especially a front one. Back ones I'm not too critical of. I do try and make sure that they're not too warped, but especially the front ones. So that's pretty good either way. Cushion ring is in really good condition. And then the back disc has not been flipped. And pretty much what I'll do with some of these backs is I try not to use anything overly abrasive on the good side, but on the what I call the bad side, even though it's not really bad, I'll kind of be a little bit more aggressive to get rid of some of that staining that's on the disc. Doesn't really matter. I just like to have things go back together super clean, so I don't run into issues with buildup of anything, messing anything up or anything. So that's really good back. Either way, pretty good. I'm not feeling a lot of wear on this, even though it looks like there is. Not really feeling any ridge. So either way, front or back, that's a good disc. Then the inside of the back cap, really nice. A little bit of staining on the diaphragm surface, not too bad. We'll try and clean some of that up. You can see the water line on the bell, or on the back cap there, so it would have been angled just like that, like it would have been on the K5HL. And you can see that's right where the water had pooled up in between the diaphragm and that wall of the back cap there. So, and sometimes these really bad water lines don't come out, even with a lot of scrubbing. That stuff, that the water has sat there long enough to where it's really left some deep staining. The outer part of the back cap is really nice, so you can actually see some shine on that. So I'll probably try to not do too much on that, just try and clean that diaphragm surface up. But overall, really good condition. Really good condition. So we'll have some fun with this bell. A couple things that I'm wanting to try. I'll talk about that in either whenever I decide to do the live stream, and that. So yeah, guys, it's just pretty simple unboxing. Foot's in pretty good condition. Not too bad. Everything else on this bell is in really good condition. Front of the power chamber, everything looks really good. No cracks, no dings, no dents. So that'll be a good bell to mess around with. And then I do have a partner to that bell. Most likely not from the same horn because I got it from a different person. But it is a former BNSF bell. So we're kind of sticking with that theme. But I do have a raised letter standard 3. That I've already cleaned up the inside. You can see there's some staining that I couldn't get out, but overall she's nice and shiny and clean and ready to go. So we'll try and get that to shine up like that. So with these two bells, I got some fun projects that I want to try. Some stuff with these together, some stuff with these on different horns. But I'll talk more about that in a different video. This is mostly just for the unboxing, just a little unboxing video for everyone. So yeah, guys, that's it. Till next time, take care.